Welcome, trainers, to episode 18 of Special Conditions, where our love for Pokemon and collecting collide. Today is December 18th, 2019. I'm your host, Adam Tuttle, joined by my co-host, Josh Brown. What is up?
What's up, Adam? How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good. Doing fine.
Yeah?
Doing fantastic. I'm glad to be doing this right now because I'm excited. I went to a tournament.
We have lots of things to talk about.
We have lots of things to talk about. I went to a tournament.
Oh, we're just starting right off with the tournament, huh?
Well, no. I'm letting everybody know what's going on in today's show.
Okay.
Adam goes to a tournament. Pickups of the
Breaking
week.
news.
Question of the week. Josh has got a good one. It's about tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. And then this week's card of the week is going to be Tag Call from Cosmic Eclipse.
I've seen this card and I have no idea what it is. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it just does what it says on the card.
Sure.
We'll
I don't know where it's from.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Tournament report. There were 8 masters, 3 rounds, no top cut. It was just a league challenge.
Okay.
Super basic, low level. I go in, round 1.
Where was it? Where was
this was in Westbrook, Maine, at a card shop called Weekend Anime.
Okay.
I love that place. It's so chill. It's just Tim is like an amazing organizer. He's just fun, you know. Sure. And he just give us a hard time. I don't know.
How far away is it for you?
It's about an hour away.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
It's not bad. I said to myself that I don't like traveling anymore longer than an hour and a half max.
Sure.
It's just not worth it in the long run.
Right.
Because I like to be close enough so if I lost like 2 rounds in a row, I could just drop and go do have the rest of my day.
Yeah.
I am playing Dark Box.
Okay.
So I'm playing Weavile GX that swaps around dark energies as often as I like during my turn with Naganado because I'm a huge fan of Naganado.
Mm-hmm.
And that just absorbs energies and then you can move them around. But the cool thing about Weavile GX is that now it's got a new supporter. It's called Red and Blue. It's a tag team supporter card, which says choose one of your Pokemon that can evolve into a Stage 1 GX, or just evolve into a GX Pokemon. Search for that Pokemon, play it on top of it. But you can't use it on its first turn or anything. So basically, you have Weavile out, or Sneasel. Next turn, you play Red and Blue, evolve it into Weavile from your deck. If you evolved it in that way, you can discard 2 cards from your hand, and if you do, search your deck for 2 basic energies and attach them to it. So theoretically, you could have 4 energies in play turn 2. Like your second turn, like if you went first.
Gotcha.
So you could be attacking with, Baby Guzzlord. You could be attacking with Darkrai, Umbreon. Pretty much anything. It's really cool, and it's a lot of fun. Because the speed it now has.
Right. I have to pause you there real quick because I have a question that just popped into my head. You said you're playing a Weavile GX card.
Correct.
Right? Do you have, in order to play that card, do you have to have the Sneasel down?
Yes.
Is that the same for all GXs or only GXs that are evolutions of others?
For the tag team card, it has to evolve into a GX. So if you had a Gloom, you could evolve into a Vileplume GX.
Okay.
The card wouldn't work on just like a regular Vileplume or a regular Blastoise or anything like that. It has to evolve into a GX.
Okay.
I think the main focus
Are
was...
all GXs evolutions of other Pokemon?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
so those could just be played as is?
Some of them. As long as they're... Yeah, because they'll say basic on the card.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's a Lapras GX. And Lapras
that
is
was
just
where
a
I was
basic
thinking.
Pokemon.
Okay. So that you could just play as it is.
Yep.
Because it is. Okay. So, okay. Same page. So the fact that it's a GX doesn't negate the fact that you still have to evolve it up to that if need be.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now, moving forward.
Yes.
So, with me, I mean, you guys have pretty much watched me open up an entire almost booster box of Cosmic Eclipse. I've personally opened up one. I've only opened up one red and blue. So that's what I was rolling with for the weekend, was just one of those. First game, that's prized. Because I used Tag Call to go search for 2 tag team cards, and lo and behold, that's not in there.
Ah, dang it.
So it just, right at the get-go, I was like, I'm slowed down. This stinks.
Right. Yeah.
And my opponent was playing Mew and Mewtwo with Welders and like just a ton of tech cards that he just got the ball rolling like turn 2. So it was like nothing I could do really.
Sure.
And I tried my hardest to stay in it, but he just kind of floored me, which is fine. And the second game, I was playing against just a Naganadel Blacephalon deck, and I was able to take all 6 prizes. It was he was dead drawing, so it's kind of tough. He like should have taken knockouts and like wasn't able to get them just because I had such high HP.
Right.
Getting that many energies on board to be able to remove them from play with Blacephalon GX just wasn't happening. So I won my second game.
Nice.
Third game is versus ADP. Arceus Dialga Palkia tag team has a GX attack that allows all of your Pokemon for the rest of the game to do 30 more damage. And if they take a prize, they take an additional prize. So if they knock out a tag team, they take 4 prize cards. Yeah, tell me about it. And I'm running tag teams.
Right.
And then they run Keldeo GX with the Braveheart ability to prevent any other GXs from attacking it. So they'll attack you for 150, attach 3 energies to the Keldeo, and then swap out with Mallow and Lana tag team. That's another new supporter that allows you to switch, discard 2 cards, heal 120 damage, which is effectively almost an entire attack.
Right.
So you basically heal Arceus Dialga Palkia and bring up a Keldeo and just start swinging. So it's tough to beat.
Sure. Yeah, sounds like it.
And we were going through the game, and I needed 4 prize cards. He only needed 1. And it was like, no matter what I did, I was like, I don't see my out. I used Weavile's GX attack, which allows me to search my deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon and put them on my bench. And I knew that he couldn't one-shot my Weavile GX, but I was so focused on like kind of explaining to him like how my deck was supposed to work, because I had already like accepted in my mind that I had lost.
Right.
So I was like, so look, this is the Buzzle, and this is the Mimikyu, and you're supposed to attack me, and I'm supposed to attack you. And so instead of seeing that I still had my Mega Sableye and Tyranitar GX in my deck and putting that on the bench, I would have been able to swap, like to retreat the Weavile, had 5 energies on board, and Great Catcher, his damaged ADP, and be able to knock it out and take all 4 prize cards. Because if I knock out a GX, I take an additional prize, and I already would knock out his GX tag team, which is 3 prize cards, and then I would take the additional one and win the game. So I went 1 and 2, but I should have seen that opening and that play, and I did not make that play.
Dang.
So I'm a little sad, it's a little salty, but it's a learning experience. I built the deck literally at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember like texting you the picture and being like, this is it. Yeah. This is the deck I'm playing. I'm so excited. Because for me, unless I feel comfortable, like I printed out my deck list twice because I was like changing like 3 or 4 cards, and I was just like, I'm not happy with it.
Right.
Come to find out, I'm not happy with it. I love the deck, don't get me wrong, but I need to change a few cards. Okay. So I've been on PTCGO, but nobody wants to trade their stuff, and I'm like, ugh. I need 1 more Weavile GX.
Okay.
And I need 1 more Darkrai Umbreon GX tag team. And I think that's all I need. But yeah, it's so annoying. I'm like, somebody like trade me these cards.
Please.
I would just like to have the cards that I have physically in real life. Like, do I have to buy these? Like, come on.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, it's a learning experience. I learned what I needed to do to change the deck into a different strategy so I can be more consistent. Because like the next tournaments will be League Cups versus League Challenges, so I got to be ready for that, because that's going to be a longer tournament, more draw for players, so I have to up my game.
Sure. Man, that's crazy. So, what does this tournament, how does that affect you in any capacity?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing? Okay. This is essentially exhibition?
Yeah. Had I gotten a placing, like top 4, I would have gotten something, but...
How many people were there?
8 masters. I think there were 5 or 6 seniors and like 3 juniors, something like that.
Are you a master?
Yes.
Or senior? What's the difference?
Masters, I believe, is like 16 and up, I believe. Okay. And then juniors is like 10 to 16 or 10 to 15. And then our seniors is 10 to 15, and then juniors is anything under 10 years old.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, and there's usually not that many players. So it's like, if Ashton wanted to play, he'd be like always in top 4.
Sure.
Well,
is he interested at all?
He is, but I don't want to force it on him. So it's like,
sure.
if he sees me like playing with my cards and like says, "Hey, can I like play with you?" Like,
right,
awesome, yes,
yeah, it's on.
But he'll like, you know, pick up a deck and like understand it for a few turns, and he's just kind of like, "I'm gonna go play," and I'm like, "Okay, go for it." Like, he just needs to understand that like he can come and go from it. I don't want to force him. So
yeah. Well, that's not how winners are made, Adam.
Oh, I'm just supposed to force it on him. You must be the best, the very best there ever was, is, and will be.
Champions aren't born, they're made.
I mean, I guess.
So what was the person that won the tournament for your division? What was their deck?
The first round that I lost. The
Gotcha.
Mewtwo with the perfection ability.
Right.
That copies all of the GXs.
The perfection deck.
Yep. It was perfect.
Sounds like it.
No.
Well, I'm glad you got to use it and kind of figure out if you liked it or not. And it sounds like there's potential here if you pick up the extra cards that you need to kind of fill it out a little bit better.
Yeah. And also it like opened my mind because everybody was playing Tag Call and the tag team supporters. Right. So it's just like, so it's definitely something. Yeah. It's very important this time. And now it's figuring out what's the right, like build. Because there's going to be a standard build with the Tag Call and tag team Pokemon and tag team trainers. And
sure. You know what cracks me up about all of this?
Is you know nothing about it?
No, is that in a couple months when the VMAX cards come out, like everything else changes with it.
Yep.
Strategies and gameplay and everything else.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Like the 2 legendary dogs, is Zamazenta and Zycan or whatever.
Yeah.
One of them says like no like V level max Pokemon can like touch it.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, there you go.
But it has to have some weakness, so
yeah. Which is any other deck aside from something that has a VMAX.
Right. It's funny. It's funny how quickly it just kind of evolves. Know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, from the scans, I didn't see any other tag team supporters, so it's just so weird.
Yeah.
This like Tag Call and the tag team supporters.
Yep. Well, that's the game, though, right?
It is.
That's what it's all about. Changing with it, being flexible and fluid and ready to go as everything kind of fits into place.
Speaking of flexible,
yeah,
let's talk about our pickups of the week.
All right, let's do that, Adam. I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I have been recreating my Regigigas deck from... Sorry, I'm like touching all these papers and stuff.
It's okay.
I've been rebuilding my Regigigas deck, and so I've been like running into shops and like looking through all like the common and uncommon bins, and I was able to find a Dialga G level X and a couple other trainers I was missing. I am missing, I think, 5 cards, and I think the 2 that have been the biggest thorn in my side is Uxie Level X and Premier Ball, which is just a normal trainer. And
Why is that one so hard?
I have no idea. Out of every card that I have in the house, I've searched everywhere. And I'm like, I know I have this somewhere.
Sure.
Why would I not have this? I simply don't have it. So I am forced to have to search out elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's fun though.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't checked my local shop as far as like their common uncommon bin, so I gotta do that.
Yeah. With all the free time that you have.
Yeah. Which is never. But yeah, I'm five cards away, but I have one in the mail because I needed to order another Regigigas because I had a holo and a reverse holo, and then the level X. I still needed one more, so I just ordered one more. It was $1, so I was like,
easy.
NBD.
Yeah.
But how about yourself, Josh?
Well, Adam, as you could guess, I opened up a few packs of Hidden Fates here and there. Slowly working my way towards that master set of Hidden Fates. When I'm trying to do it all out of pulls, I could easily just go on eBay and pick up all the cards I need and just be done. But what fun is that, Adam? I want a full set at this point. I am so close. And I managed to pick up or pull 4 more cards that we needed for the full set. We got Dartrix Shiny, which is wild considering I have 6 Rowlets, 6 or 7 at least bare minimum. No Dartrix though. Finally pulled one. Finally pulled a shiny Charmeleon. Our first one of those. Don't ask me why they're so hard to get. It's very unusual, but whatever. Got the shiny full art GX Naganadel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then we got the secret rare, I think that's what they call them, the gold ones.
Yep.
Tapu Fini.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So we have 2 of the 4 golds. So there's only a couple cards we need at this point. Reshiram, I think. 2 more of the golds, I believe. Either 1 or 2, I can't remember. And then, of all things, a freaking shiny Eevee.
Oh, no, that one's actually really hard to find.
Trust me, I know. I'm experiencing it firsthand, my friend. It's tough. But it'll be worth it. Also managed to pull another full art Ho-Oh, which is still a beautiful card. And another Mewtwo. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal. It's just another Mewtwo, But as customary on this podcast, Adam, I have some cards to open tonight.
Snap.
Can you guess what that sound is?
That sound is a tin?
Sweet. Not a tin. No. I am opening cardboard right now. Care to continue guessing?
Is it a 3-pack of Hidden Fates?
It is. It's a pin pack.
Ooh.
Mew version. Da-da-da. I have a few of these pins already, so everybody that's listening to this podcast, if you write in, the first person to write in an email to us, let's see, what is that email? specialconditionstcg@gmail.com. First one to write in an email saying that you want this cool Mew pin, and yeah, I'll send it to you. How about that?
Wow, that's really nice of you.
Hey, you know what? I mean, better than just sitting around doing nothing. Might as well go to somebody that would like it. So, yeah, first one to write in an email to us asking for that Mew pin, you will get it. I can't promise when it'll be shipped. It's not going to probably get to you before Christmas, so don't bank on it for a Christmas gift for somebody, but hey, a pin's a pin. I have a code card here. MJN DDLK P4D VPX. Code card. Good luck, everybody. I have 3 packs here, Adam. 3 packs. I have 2 Mews and a Mewtwo. Let's start off with a Mew, shall we?
Okay.
Sweet, sweet sound. Hidden Fates being opened right here on the podcast. It's been a while since I opened a pin pack. I wonder if there's still fire like they were.
I wonder if there's still a Charizard in that one.
We'll see. That'd be awesome for the podcast. Because last week, that 10 that I opened was booty, man.
That was the worst 10.
Such a bad 10. I don't think I've had a 10 worse than that in all the 10s that I've opened. So I need to make up for it on this podcast. That's all I'm saying. Let's see here. What do we got? We got the white energy. I think it's steel, but
yeah,
I'll never call it steel. Chansey, Giovanni's Exile, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Geodude, Eevee, Jigglypuff, Coughing, Staryu, Reverse Hollow Coughing, and a Hollow Eevee. Adam.
Josh.
What is going on with these packs, man? It's because Val's not with me opening them. She's literally the one that pulls all the good cards.
Get her up there. No.
Actually, I think she's picking up a kid from softball. But let's see here. Second pack. We went with another Mew pack, just in case you're wondering. We got the Dark Energy, Brock's Grit, Koga's Trap, Misty's Cerulean City Gym, Slowpoke, Psyduck, Clefairy, Magikarp, Ekans, Reverse Hollow Magmar, and a regular Blaine's Last Stand. What in the goodness gracious is going on?
Listen, this last pack, you need last pack magic now.
Yeah, this is the Mewtwo pack, so if anything is going to be in this, it's going to be in this pack. I seriously cannot handle a losing streak on this podcast. I'll probably have to stop opening hits. Or I'll have to open more of them. I can't.
You'll just need to get a whole box. You'll be like, I have this booster box to open real quick, guys. Bear with me. I know I'm guaranteed something good.
Yeah. We have Fighting Energy, Chansey, Brock's Grit, Scyther, Voltorb, Geodude, Eevee, Clefairy, Caterpie. Oh, God, are you kidding me? A hollow white energy card. And an Electrode.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
I don't even know what to say, guys. Like, this was.
I think they were just robbing you now. They know that you're gonna buy it, so.
Well, here's the thing. Someone's gonna get a cool Mew pin out of it, so I can't complain too much.
You gotta look on the bright side.
God dang it, man! That was just awful. I am sorry everybody had to listen to that garbage. I mean, they can't all be winners, but that's 2 weeks in a row, folks. This is not acceptable.
That's 7 packs of Hidden Fates.
Yeah. Garbage.
Somebody is hiding the fates.
Well, my fate is bankruptcy probably at this, but...
No. Just sell those Charizards, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You have like 4 or 5 of them, right?
At least. I mean, I lost count at some point. So, those were my pickups of the week, Adam. They're better off podcast than they are on, I promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, question of the week. What do you got for me?
Well, it has to do with tournaments. Specifically, I know there's a tournament coming up that I heard of in Dallas in January, and it's like a regional, I think they called it a regional or
Are we talking about Texas?
Maybe. I know it's happening in Dallas, but they called it like a regional tournament, or it seemed like an official thing.
January 17th through the 19th, Dallas regionals.
Yes. Okay. So, do they do regionals like in other cities? How does this all relate into like the ultimate prize of the world's tournament? How does the smaller tournaments? I don't know. I know there's like points involved, and there's this whole structure system. I don't know how and there's like open invitationals and that kind of stuff. Like I don't know how everything kind of all comes together to make like the ultimate final championship tournament.
So that there's a lot that goes into it.
Okay.
And you're kind of throwing me on the spot here.
I know. I usually do.
Yeah, so I mean, basically on Pokemon.com, you kind of can go on their Play Pokemon page.
Okay.
And it kind of goes into like all the tournaments. So in their first page for it's I don't know, it's like Pokemon events / tournaments, you can click, League Challenge. And it kind of goes into what they are, and there comes like a little box with like placements. So if there's 8 players, it's like, well, okay, so there is no kicker for 3rd through 4th place. So
okay.
If I had gotten, if there was 5 players, but I got 4th place, like I would still get 10 points.
Okay.
But if there was 24 players, only top 8 will get points. Well,
okay.
Yeah, top 8 gets points. If there's 48 players, top 16 get points. If there's 100 players, top 32 get points.
Okay.
So it expands and breaks down a little bit more. But they only allow your best finish limits. So it's like, if I won 8 of these tournaments,
mm-hmm.
I'd have 15 points times each.
Okay.
And where I'm bad at math, everyone at home's like, it's 120. So you could get 120 points just from league challenges.
Okay. And these tournaments that you're talking about right now, like, have to be like officially registered with.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yes. And so
the one that you went to was a registered thing.
Yes.
Okay. That's a league event.
Yes.
Okay. So how does that factor into like this Dallas regional thing?
Well, so then there's league cups. So first place gets 50, second place gets 40, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Again, expands with all the, and you can best finish of 8 as well.
Okay.
So you could get 400 points, I think, from that. That says all seasons combined. So you could stay local and get all of your points there, but that you don't necessarily want to do that.
Okay.
Because then it puts a lot of pressure. Like, you have to win every single local event, essentially. And then regional championships, they say there's up to $50,000 in prizes, scholarships, and gift cards based on attendance. No qualifications or residency restrictions. And there was one in Portland, Oregon, by you, but it was expanded, so it wasn't worth. Like, I don't play expanded, so I wouldn't have wanted to go.
Gotcha.
I would have wanted to go to see you more than the tournament. So, but yes, there is one in Texas, January 17th through the 19th, at the Hyatt Regency DFW International Airport. I guess, but that says it's expanded too. So, again, I don't really want to go to that one. There's one in Ontario, Canada.
So I'm looking at like this event locator on like the Play Pokemon page.
Yes.
And it says like, so I looked up ones that are near me, and it has, so the product, it'll say like product all or Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, click TCG and then do premier events, because you don't want just tournaments or leagues. You want premier events, because that'll give you the ones that are registered with Pokemon.com. So if you played in that tournament, you'd get points.
No, it's saying like product, and it says all.
Product?
But then on another tournament, it says product Pokemon TCG. But the type, it all says Pokemon League. And then some of them on the status, it says active, and then some of them say the status is sanctioned. Oh, okay. That one's premier. That type is a premier, and it's sanctioned. Man, there's a lot of verbiage. I don't understand.
Yeah, there's a lot on the locator list. I just type in my stuff. it says event types. I would check off.
Oh, I see what you're saying on the actual search. Okay.
And then product type, just the TCG, and then sort order, just event date.
What's the Okay, so what's the premiere?
That just means it's sanctioned.
As opposed to non-sanctioned?
Correct.
So you don't get points for non-sanctioned ones?
Correct. Yes. They're like, I could be somebody that goes, like, does Pokemon. Like, I have pre-releases, but I don't have the credentials, if you will, to have, like, a legit tournament through them. So I just set up a tournament, and people can come, and that's, like, you can see that there's a tournament.
Gotcha. Interesting. Okay, so you gather points by winning these sanctioned tournaments or placing in them, right?
Right.
And then by the time World Season comes around, like the top point accumulators get invited to the Big Daddy tournament.
So that's your World's invite.
Yeah.
Every single tournament, pretty much you're okay. Even like the internationals, it's kind of like a regionals, but anybody can go from any region. Okay. It's Worlds that's what you're fighting those points for.
Right. Is there a limit on how many tournaments you could participate in? Like,
no. There's a limit to how many wins you can have under your belt that count towards your points. Like I said, it's best finishes of 8 for the league challenges. So if you won 20 league challenges, only 8 of them are going to count. You're at that point, you're taking points away from people.
Gotcha. So if you say you do 8 tournaments and you win the first 8, like you theoretically don't have to do anymore. You just sit back and wait for your invite to come in.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you have to get the amount of points for Worlds, which I believe is still 500.
Oh.
Yeah. So there has to be a combination of challenges, cups, and regionals. Like, that's how you get the points necessary.
Gotcha. It's very confusing.
Yeah, and I mean, for you, I think something fun for you to get your toes in the water would be to find, like, go in this event locator, do premiere events, and then search for, like, ones that are coming up, and do a pre-release for Shield and Sword. Obviously when they happen, but... Right.
How do you know it's a pre-release?
It would say that. Like, I don't have anything that says pre-release because Shield and Sword's not coming out yet.
Yeah.
I think mid-January, because it comes out February 7th, so I would assume... Let me type in my later here. No, I'm just kidding. My
yeah, if I'm looking calendar. At premiere events for just
I'd say they probably start on the 17th of January.
6 months, okay.
Because they become on the 3rd Friday of release, so the 21st, I think they become legal in February.
Gotcha. Okay.
And just looking like
Sword and Shield pre-release at Epic Gaming. Huh. Yeah,
see?
on January 25th, it looks like.
Yeah, so I would mark your calendar down right now. And then go get some packs. So how it works is, like, you'll open up your little box that comes with 4 packs and, like, a starter set type thing. Mm-hmm. You shuffle it up. Everybody's running with pretty much the same cards, plus whatever you got out of your packs.
Right.
Rule of thumb is if you pull a good GX or a V Pokemon, you just throw that in there, and I would definitely put them in sleeves because nobody wants a destroyed card.
Sure.
Put them in sleeves. They usually provide energies, and then just have fun. Because the matches don't matter. Like, if you lose, it's whatever. There's no rankings. There's no prizes for winning. Like, it's just you play 3 matches, and then you're done. And at the end of it, you get your 2 other packs.
So I just clicked on the first tournament I just found here for a pre-release. Admission $25. Is that normal?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's average rate.
Because you get a... So I look at it as this. You're paying $20 for the little box that you can get at GameStop and stuff. Mm-hmm. Those are like the pre-release starter kits, if you will.
Right.
And then you're paying $250 for 2 packs.
Right.
But also those cards aren't available yet. So
right. Yeah, the details it says, come join us for a Sword and Shield pre-release. Each participant will receive one build and battle box. Inside your build and battle box, a 23 card pack featuring key cards from the current and previous expansions, 4 packs of the new Sword and Shield expansion, and 1 deck building tip sheet. Each player will then construct a 40 card deck and play in a 3-round tournament.
Yes.
So you get 1 box and 4 Sword and Shield packs.
4 more?
Each player will receive 1 build and battle box, which is a 23 card pack featuring key cards.
And then it comes with 4 packs.
And then 4 packs of the new Sword and Shield expansion and 1 deck building tip sheet.
And then at the end of it, you should get 2 more.
I didn't say that.
Jeez.
Kind of.
That's vague, but you're supposed to.
Huh.
Unless your area does it differently. I don't know why they would.
Yeah, another one. This one details pre-release for the Sword and Shield TCG expansion.
Well, I'm sure somebody would complain if they weren't handing out packs. So, yeah, I mean, I'm only looking for the next month in mind. So, I know January 5th is a League Cup in my area. I know January 11th is another League Cup in my area, my actual really close one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have another League Challenge right down the street the day after Christmas, so that Thursday. So hopefully I'll try to do that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Here's one in Portland for $30. Each player will receive a special pre-release box. This box contains 22 card pre-release pack to provide a solid foundation, plus 4 10-card booster packs, and an exclusive foil promo card.
Yes, but that comes in the sealed 23-card pack.
Okay. Players will then build a 40-card deck using the cards they open and compete in 3 rounds. At the end of the event, all players will get another 3 booster packs.
Yes, that sounds right.
Okay. Players only need to bring normal gameplay items like playmats, damage counters, and a randomizer. Is that the die?
Yeah, dice or a coin.
It is also highly encouraged that players bring sleeves to protect their new cards.
Highly suggested.
They know what's up.
Yeah, so December looks good. December and early January. Just hopefully I can get those times.
Hit it, man. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll make it work.
Well, I'm just hyped because I want to play this deck. Actually, right. I've been with this. It's there's another tag team card. I'll talk about in a minute, but it's Misty and Lorelei. It allows you to take 3 water energy cards from your deck and put them in your hand, and then it says the second effect is if you discard 5 cards from your hand, you get to use a GX attack that even if you've already used one, you can use it again on one of your water Pokemon. And just I've been looking at a lot of the water Pokemon and I'm this could be good. Even something simple like Starmie.
Right.
With the Cerulean City Gym, which adds 40 damage to the attack. And you could use the red and blue to evolve into it, attach 2 waters, attach for your turn. You do 40 plus 8, 12, so you do 160. You can do 200. It just blows my mind. It's just for 1 energy.
Right. Okay, are we done with tournaments?
We're done with tournaments.
One last question. How do your points actually get accumulated when you participate in these tournaments? How does it get tallied? How does it keep...
Well, you have to have a Play Pokemon account.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't have one, the tournament organizers should help you get one. Okay. But the best thing you can do is just create one online.
Right.
And just register yourself online, because that way here you can walk into the tournament with that ID.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what they use. That was my question. Okay. I think I'm good.
All right. And a little housekeeping before we continue on to the card of the week. This podcast is powered by Patreon. You can check ours out at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That dollar will get you access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. If Patreon isn't your thing, there are a few other ways you can help us out. If you're listening to us on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you're listening via like a podcast service, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, you can take a moment to leave us a review there. We'd greatly appreciate it. Leave us like a 5-star review.
Definitely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because, Josh is fantastic and I'm just like...
My polls are not, but you know what? Together, this podcast is definitely worth fighting.
Totally. All right. Moving on. Card of the week. Tag Call.
Dun, dun, dun.
It is a new item from Cosmic Eclipse. It is what it is. It says, search your deck for up to 2 tag team cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck.
I like it.
You might be asking, why is that a card of the week? Why is that even good? Why bring it up? Well, with the release of Cosmic Eclipse, we got 6 new tag team supporters. All with dual effects. Some are just straight draw. Some are like they're very specific. They're very specific, but you can utilize them in so many different decks, so many different ways. And then some are like very specific, as like the Lorelei and Misty, that are just straight for water Pokemon.
Right.
So it's kind of like, well, you'd never use that in any of the other decks, but if it's a water deck, you'd want to use that. Maybe even use 4 of them. Who knows?
That's
and
crazy.
there's, I believe I counted them correctly. I think there's 31 tag team Pokemon.
Dang.
So with that, you have 37 options to choose from as far as Pokemon and supporter cards.
Right.
And like I said earlier in the podcast, this card was in almost every deck that I played against like this weekend.
It's the new hotness.
Right. And it reminds me, like it felt like I'm in an era where everybody's playing Holland's Transceiver, which allowed you to search for a supporter card that had Holland in its name. Which back then, they had Holland Mentor, and all of the Holland engine, all of those cards, you discarded 1 card to do an effect. So Holland's Mentor would discard a card, search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon. There would be like Holland Scientist, Holland's Adventurer, like just stuff that allowed you to draw cards. There was just so much versatility in being able to run 4 of and like every deck had 4 Holland Transceivers. These were like $15, $20 cards at one point.
Wow. So
it's like Tag Call, it might not be that much right now, but it could skyrocket. Who knows? But it felt like that engine was going on in the tournament because so many people were like, I'm going to use Tag Call. I'm going to go search for, a tag team ADP, and I'm going to search for a Mallow and Lana. And then just switch, discard 2 cards, heal 120. I'm like, geez, stop healing. So it just allowed them to keep the ball rolling. And I foresee this being in most decks moving forward.
How many of those cards could you have in a deck? 4?
4 copies of a card, which I learned is probably too many.
Okay.
I think the sweet, and like looking at a lot of the decks from this past regionals, I believe it was the 7th in California. I believe. Don't quote me on that. Maybe quote me. Who cares? But a lot of the winning decks that were in like the top 16, they were running about 3. Okay. So I think 3 is the sweet spot. And then like everybody was running at least 1 Cynthia and Caitlin, which allows you to play it. You can look at your discard, take a supporter card, put it back in your hand, excluding Cynthia and Caitlin. And then its secondary effect is discard a card, draw 3, which is really good for most decks. And it just allows you to use Tag Call to have a draw supporter, essentially. So it's a search card for a Pokemon and a draw card.
Right.
If you don't have another draw card supporter. And then having the ability to use Tag Call to look for a Mallow and Lana, to be able to switch, to be able to heal 120, to be able to search for red and blue, evolve into Weavile, attach 2 dark energies, and then attack with Darkrai Umbreon like turn 2. Like, all these cards together. And then now with ADP and a lot of other decks, Rainbow Energy is coming back like harder than ever. And then Stadium Wars are still a thing, so people are still playing Stadiums. I know we talked about Chaotic Swell, so like that's a card. And tool cards are a thing now. You know, people are playing Stealthy Hood, so they don't have their abilities like, or other Pokemon's effects or abilities done to that Pokemon. I don't know how to explain it. Other than I can't use my Darkrai's GX ability, which if it has 6 energies attached, I basically just knock out their Pokemon as the effect of the attack.
Right.
It just prevents that. So it's a good searchable card. And then there's also like, you know, Rocky Helmet, so it reduces 30 damage from GX attacks. So there are tool cards that you can search for, and Guzma and Hala GX tag team.
Your boy Guzma.
Yeah, right? So it's not a GX, but the tag team, you basically can, the first effect is search for a stadium card, which is huge. So go look for a stadium card. And I think it's a huge deal in Ultra Beast decks, because you can go search for Ultra Space, which Ultra Space searches for any Ultra Beast. So if there are any competitive players listening and you like Ultra Beast, this is like the one card you need to have in there, because it allows you to search for Special Energy, Rainbow Energy, or any of the unit energies. So you search for the Rainbow Energy, you search for the Ultra Space, you search for whatever tool you want, skateboard. It's just like it's such a good card. I think it's an overlooked card. And then there's also like Belinda, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, it says you both players discard the top 3 cards of their deck. Its secondary effect is you can discard 2 cards, I think, and then both players go down to 3 Pokemon on their bench.
Okay.
So if you run something like Malamar, you want your bench filled, so you can like curb stomp that. Yeah, I mean, like, because there was a stadium way back when called Giant Stump. Literally, it was a stump.
Like a tree stump?
It was literally a tree stump.
That's fantastic.
But it made it so both players could only have 3 Pokemon on their bench.
Okay.
So it was like a huge deal. So you'd set up your bench, Giant Stump, your setup is gone. But yeah, this is such a good card. I foresee this being a really big part of the metagame moving forward.
The tag hall.
Yes. The whole tag team in general engine. So it's like the Mewtwo Perfection deck definitely needs to have the staple Latios GX, because that has the Luster Purge attack, which makes it so tag team Pokemon can't attack. Because if you're playing that engine, you have to play at least 1 or 2 tag team Pokemon. So at least you have that option to search for something different. I mean, you don't have to, but it's definitely like a good idea.
Sure. So you think people are going to be clamoring for this card?
Yes.
The value's going to go up because of the supply and demand?
Yeah, because already it's a 3 of at the minimum,
right,
in your deck. Having 2 is too light. Having 3 is just right. Because I was running 4. I said consistency is key. I need to have 4 of these. And I quickly realized that I was tag calling for nothing, because once you use once you use 2 of these, the supporters you want are already got picked out of the deck, and you don't really want to run more than 1 of those cards, because you can Cynthia and Caitlin them back into your hand. So it's like this weird give and take. Yeah. And when you've used 2 tag calls, you've already taken so much that there's no give there.
Right. But it's nice to have that 3rd backup, but the 4th one, you're just...
realistically, you only need 2 a game, because you only need to be able to search for the supporter when you need it.
So let me ask you a question about this card, but doesn't have anything to do with the card itself.
Okay.
Does this item and this artwork come from the anime at all, or does it come from a game, or is this completely just a new thing for the cards?
That is a really good question. I don't know.
Okay.
But with that being said, I know in Japan, I think it was called a tag whistle. This actually was supposed to be a whistle.
I can see that.
And I don't think tag team was necessarily in the anime.
Okay.
So I don't want to say that it was in anything else.
Sure.
I think this is like they made it up.
Yeah.
And put it into the format.
Right. Okay. Because of the tag team card, usually.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they were like, well, we have to have some sort of versatile. Let me throw some supporters that have this effect in.
Right.
Or searchability with these.
Okay. Well, it's a cool card. Do you have any reverse hollows of them?
Nope.
No.
No, and then they have a secret rare version too, which looks very nice. It's gold.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yes, it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Because in the artwork for the main one, it's like an orange burst with a black and yellow.
Yeah.
But this is gold, black, and yellow. It just looks phenomenal.
Slick. It has the sparkles.
It's a shiny. It's a shiny
whistle. So both of those cards are from Cosmic Eclipse set.
Correct.
Gotcha. You need 3 of those, Adam. That's a flex deck right there.
Well, if you pull one, let me know.
Well, if I pull 3, I'll let you know.
If you pull one.
I mean, you could
if you pull any reverse hollows.
No kidding. I'll look. I might have, actually. I haven't opened that much of Cosmic Eclipse, but I feel like I've had a few reverse hollows of the items and such, so I'll look. See what I can do for you.
Well, reverse hollow, I mean, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I used to go all out for the flex deck.
Yeah.
But I'm just...
You change your decks so often, though. That's tough
and it's like the reverse hollows are like those are still a flex because they're still shiny. You know what I mean? It's not... And I would rather not damage a valuable card.
Yeah, I get you. I know what you mean. Tackle. Look for
Don't call me.
Eclipse,
Don't call me. Call me.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah. I think that's the show, Adam.
That is definitely a show. But with that being said, please write in. Like Josh had mentioned, wants to give you a Mew pin. So the first person to write in and saying you want it, we'll send it to you.
Yep.
But if you have any other questions or you have anything you'd like to, suggest to us or you want us to discuss, please let us know. Write in at specialconditionstcg@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail. You can text us. You can send us a picture. 732-835-8639. And remember, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.
Good night.
Night, trainers.